Don't bring me down. Don't bring me, don't.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be working on a Glock 26, and this configuration that we're going to be working on today is slightly different than the other setups that we've done in the past. So let me go ahead and take you through that real quick, and then we'll jump right over to the Tormach and we'll start cutting. So first and foremost, when the customer reached out to me, they said they wanted to go ahead and do an RMR based style rear cut, and I explained to them that if we put this in front of the dovetail, this will cause problems with the plunger hole down here. I do have another 26 video out with I believe it was a Leopold Delta, and it explains that a little bit better. So what we've decided to do is go ahead and remove the dovetail, which means this will go back here, and then we're going to go ahead and add that dovetail to the front, which should give us a nice amount of clearance, where we're actually going to end up skipping that plunger hole because it's up here. So basically, once this is mounted on here, we should have plenty of room to actually put that dovetail right there and not interfere with the plunger hole. And overall, I believe it just looks slightly more advanced than the other stuff that's on the market. You know, so it just looks a little bit more decorative. It looks like it was designed a little bit better overall. So that's what we're going to be doing to the rear section. Now, on the front three sides, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and shave the sides. So we're going to go ahead and remove that text that's on each side. Then we're also going to be doing a small, narrow, rectangular hole. So it's going to start somewhere right around here where my thumb is, and it's going to go forward. Of course, the top one's going to match, and then we're going to have another one on this side. Now, when we say a small hole, we mean less than a 1/4 inch wide, but obviously it'll be from here to right around here in length, and all three of them will be overall the same length. So we don't want to go too far forward, or we'll have issues with the front sight. So it'll end up being somewhere in this neighborhood because we want to make sure we have enough lockup, and it'll end somewhere around here. So really cool. It's a different design than I've done before, and it was the customer's design. It's something they came up with and something they wanted. So I'm really interested in seeing how it turns out in comparison to some of the other slides that I've done in the past. So really looking forward to seeing the overall product. Now, once we're done with all of that, what we're going to do is obviously we'll do a real quick recap. We'll show you all the work, and then we're going to go ahead and Cerakote it back to black, because I am offering that now to my customers that get their slides done. So if you want to get it back to that black original looking factory color, that's an option now. So we will go ahead and run that back to black, and obviously we'll do an overall what we got at the end there. So very cool. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the front three sections. We're going to wrap all that stuff up. I'll bring you guys back a couple of times to be able to see what the actual product looks like, and then after that we'll start on the rear. Let's go ahead and pull it out of here and take a look and see what we have. I'm liking it. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run this in the sandblast cabinet, go ahead and clean it up just a little bit better. Then let's go ahead and just do a real quick review, take a look and see what we have here before we start the top rear section. Alright guys, well this thing came out super slick. We have some really nice defined characteristics of the slide now versus the factory slide, and of course no more text. So that's always a positive and a plus. Really well thought out on the owner's end of this slide. I mean, this was definitely a different design than I hadn't done before. I'm always up for challenging my abilities to make sure things come out, you know, the way that the customer sees it. So they have a vision and I try to execute it. And in this particular case, I think we did that fairly well. We don't have really, you know, large gaping holes up on the top or on the sides, which matches pretty nicely for this being the shorter style Glock, you know, so we don't want to have these big gaping holes showing lots of barrel on a short style pistol. So I really definitely like the way that those came out, and it really does look really nice. Guys, what we're going to do now is we are going to move on to the rear section and go ahead and mount that for the Vortex Venom. And immediately once we're done doing the Vortex Venom, we'll jump right in and do the dovetail, and I'll take you guys through that. And then we'll do another quick sandblast job and we'll bring it back. We'll do just a real quick overview of what it looks like before we you know, add any color to it. So let's jump right into that. Let's go ahead and get this slide milled for that Venom. Alright guys, well this is the overall and final product. Now if you were to have me do something on your slide and you wanted to get it Cerakoted, this is pretty much what you would expect on the return. So I went ahead and added my Venom to this. Now that's not the customer's, that's mine. I've got a bunch of in-house RMRs that we use. I've got some, you know, some of the Trichicons and several of the Vortex. So I always try to keep those on hand for fit and finish work when we're cutting them, and also to display it, you know, on the way out. So before it leaves, we can make sure everything's like it's supposed to be, and we also can give you guys that last kind of visual of what to expect. But overall, I'm really happy with the way it came out. Just looks really, really slick. And, you know, it's not one of those ones that's been overdone. So we're not showing lots of barrel. We haven't done anything real crazy to it, but yet we've done enough to really make it stand out from what would be your factory 26. So just a really good overall appearance now that we have versus the factory of kind of where we started. So guys, what I've done is I went ahead and took some pictures outside under the natural light. And as we go over these pictures, I just want to talk to you about some of the other ways that you guys can reach out to us and some of our other content. So, guys, if you haven't seen us on Instagram, join us over there. We go by the same name, NCEngravers. We're also on Facebook. You can find us on there. And we're doing a giveaway once we get to 500 likes, and we're not real far away. So we're pretty close to that, and it's going to be an opportunity for you to save a little bit of money, especially if you have a project that you want to have something done, knock a little bit of that overall cost off and make it a little bit more affordable to you. So also, the other thing that you want to do is go to our webpage. We're going to be adding a lot more content to our webpage here, and it's going to have a lot of products that are going to be for sale. So if you've seen some of the patterns and styles that you've seen on some of my videos, the common ones, the ones that people ask for a lot, you're going to go ahead and start to see those as options on the webpage for you to choose them with or without coloring right from there. So instead of reaching out and contacting us and having those questions, you'll actually be able to go there, select the one you want right from the drop down, strip your slide down, send it in, and have that work turned out and sent right back to you. So really, really simple as far as getting a hold of us and getting that work turned back out and kind of understanding what your time frames are and things like that. So definitely check us out on the webpage, NCEngravers.com. And guys, we have a really big gun show coming up here in Greensboro, North Carolina. So if you're local to North Carolina, one of the surrounding states, you have a little bit of free time, you want to come out, want to ask some questions, want to see some stuff, we're going to be there on a Saturday and Sunday, and the dates and everything will be posted on our Instagram, because we'll do a little bit of a post up on there, and we'll also do a post up on our Facebook. So follow us on there if you want to just kind of stay informed with what's going on. And of course, if you are a new person, subscribe. We always have new videos coming out, and gives you an opportunity just to see something that you could possibly have done to one of your slides, save up your money and figure out what you want. And it doesn't cost you anything to watch cool videos of what's been done. So it's kind of one of those deals where it costs you nothing to see what you could do to your slide while you're saving your money and while you're figuring out what exactly you want to do. So guys, we have several large projects coming up, so kind of stay tuned over the next couple of weeks on those, and those are going to be just really neat because it's going to be some new stuff that we haven't done before. So I'm really looking forward to starting those projects and kind of getting them underway and showing you guys what can be done. So guys, have a good one.